Hi, welcome to Room 9, our region's largest classroom. I'm Mrs. Williams. I teach first grade in the Windsor C1 School District. That's in Imperial, Missouri. This is
Mrs. Forth. Hi, everybody. I'm from the Rockwood School District. I'm excited to be here with you today as we learn a little bit about reading and math. So before we start, we really want to know,
where are you? Are you near the airport? Top Golf? Are you out at Six Flags?
That's where I live.
Yay! Are you near the Magic House? Closer to the zoo? Maybe you are close to the St. Louis Arch or the Mississippi River. That's where I'm at. I'm a little bit south of St. Louis in Herculaneum near the Mississippi River.
It looks like we have friends from all over St. Louis joining us today.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Very exciting. Okay, let's go ahead and start with our welcome poem. I'm going to point to the words. Feel free to join along with me as I say I'm ready. Welcome, welcome, everyone. How are you today? We are so glad to be with you, learning math and reading too.
And speaking of how are you today, we need to do a zone check because before we get ready to learn, each day we check in on our body and brain. Really smart scientists that study brains know that happy, calm brains do the best learning. If you are in the green zone, that means that you are calm, you are happy, and you are ready to complete your work, help others, and reach your daily goals. And this is the hand signal. So if you are in green zone, show me you're green and good to go. If you are in the blue zone, you might be feeling a little slow and low today. You might need to draw a picture, get a hug, or think some happy thoughts to be ready to learn. Your hand signal will look like this. If you are in the yellow zone, you're maybe a little frustrated, anxious, or maybe just really excited in a good way, but not ready to learn yet. So you need to take some deep breaths, get a hug, or talk to an adult that can help you be ready. If you are in the red zone, you have flipped your lid. Your hand signal looks like this, and you're probably not learning with this right now. You're very angry or upset about something. You need to stop, get help from an adult, take some deep breaths, and check the size of your problem. So show me your hand signal. Are you green zone and good to go? I hope you are. If you are blue, yellow, or red, choose one of our strategies to help you get ready to learn.
Are you guys ready to get started today? All right, before we start, let's do our Room 9 chant. Can you read this along with us? Okay. I am smart. I am kind. I am brave. I am me. Welcome back, readers. I'm glad you decided to join Mrs. Williams and I today. Today, I want to spend a little time thinking about making connections as we read. If you were with me last week, we read 2 books and we really took some time to study the characters' faces and think, when have I felt like that? Thinking about how the character feels and making that connection to when you felt that way can help you better understand the character and better understand the story. We're going to continue to make connections today. We're going to think about those characters again, but we're also going to think about the setting. The setting of the story is where the story takes place. So in the book, A Friend for Mole, if you were with me, where did this story take place? That was outside, in a bush, in a burrow. Yeah, all of those were the setting that the story took place. And in Madeline, Finn, and the Library Dog, it was at school or in the library, wasn't it? That was the setting. So today in the book that I chose, we're going to think about the setting and we're going to think, have I been to this place before? Or can I imagine being in this place? And that's going to help us better understand what's happening in the story. We're going to pay attention to characters. And we're going to pay attention to the setting. Okay? All right, here we go. The book I chose is called Zoom. What a fun cover, isn't it? Zoom was written by Diane Adams. And again, this is a Peachtree publishing book. So let's thank them for allowing us to read this book together today. Thank you, Peachtree Publishing. Okay, Zoom by Diane Adams. And I'm looking at the back because you know I love to read back blurbs. to learn a little bit more about the story, and there is nothing for me to read on the back. Have you noticed that in any of the books that you were reading? Sometimes that happens. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to really study the cover, okay? So I'm going to put the cover under my document camera so you can really pay close attention to what's happening in the cover. All right, I want you to look carefully. What do you see? What do you notice? Yeah, I think maybe they're on a roller coaster too. Because I'm noticing the cars and there's like a track. Have you ever been on a roller coaster before? Some of you are yes, some of you no. Have you seen a roller coaster before? We're thinking about the setting. They must be somewhere where there's roller coasters. Like Six Flags. I live near Six Flags, remember? So I know a lot about roller coasters. I'm going to really be able to make some connections, I think. If you've never been on a roller coaster, can you still imagine? Of course. So I think they're on a roller coaster. Study the characters' faces. Dad looks scared, but the boy, yeah, he's having a great time, isn't he? Zoom! Like they're going super fast on the roller coaster. Okay, let's get started with the book, Zoom by Diane Adams. You must be at least this tall to ride the dino coaster. So here's the hand. Is he tall enough? Yeah, you can see Dad's like, thumbs up, dude. You're tall enough. Let's do this. Take a look at his face. How's he feeling? You think scared, nervous? How do you know? You made that face and you thought, when did I feel like that? That's right. Why could he feel nervous? Maybe it is his first time on the roller coaster. I'm having a connection right now. I remember the first time I went on a roller coaster. It was with my grandfather, and I was so nervous. I thought I was going to throw up. Yeah, I had never done it before, and it seemed super fast and super scary. But I love roller coasters now, so I'm so glad that I did that. Here's your ticket. Step inside. Are you tall enough to ride? He's tall enough. Zigging, zagging through the line. Dad assures me, you'll be fine. Still looking a little nervous in line, isn't he? And Dad's like, let's do this. This is gonna be great. Do you notice how I'm imagining more parts of the story? By paying attention to their faces. All aboard, the crewman cries. I lock my seatbelt, close my eyes. Look at that face. Yeah, you seem super scared. Click, click, clacking up the track. Sinking lower, peering back. Still looking nervous. Can you think of a time when you were nervous about doing something for the first time? Yeah, that's right. Thinking about how you felt is helping you understand how our character feels, right? Connecting. Slowly climbing to the top, edging closer toward the drop. Oh my goodness. Look at all of those loops and hills. Can you imagine riding on this roller coaster? Yeah, I bet it goes really fast. Oh, you think your stomach would feel funny going upside down? Yeah. Ah! You want to say that with me? Ah! There they go, down, down, down. Sailing at the speed of sound, zooming, racing toward the ground. Lurching, tilting, up again, jerking, rumbling round the bend. I'm noticing something. Look close at the picture. Something's changed with our characters. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Yeah, look who has his hands up now. And look at Dad. He's holding on tight. Can you pretend you're holding on tight? Ugh. How would you feel if you were holding on really tight? A little scared and nervous? So now maybe Dad is feeling that way. Way to connect to their feelings. Backward, forward, upside down. Crashing, splashing, twisting, round. Slipping, sliding, holding fast. How much longer can this last? I'm going to read that part again. And before I read that part, I want you to pay close attention to both of our characters. We have the little boy. Look at his face. How's he feeling? Okay, how about the dad? Okay, so you think he's excited, happy, and I'm hearing you guys say scared, nervous. Okay, hold on to those ideas. I'm going to read this part again, and I want you to tell me who you think is talking right now. Ready? Slipping, sliding, holding fast. How much longer can this last? What do you think is talking? The dad, yeah. Why do you think Dad's saying, how much longer can this last? Yeah, he wants it to be over. He's like, oh my gosh, when is this over? How much longer can this last? Will you say that part with me and maybe sound like a scared dad? Ready? How much longer can this last? Good job, readers. Creaking, squeaking, slowing down, seat belts loosen, feet touch ground. They're finished. Look at all of the smiling faces, except for Dad. He's fixing his glasses, relieved. Now think about this character at the beginning of the story. He was super scared. Is that the same or different? His feelings have changed. I want you to think back to that time that you felt scared that you were telling me about before. Did your feelings change? After you tried it? Yeah. Oh, after you actually jumped in to go swimming, now you love swimming? Great connection. Thanks for sharing that. I race out with Dad behind. He's got another ticket. What do you think he wants to do? Grab a ticket, stand in line. Dad's gonna sit this one out, isn't he? He's like, no, thank you. But his little boy is ready to do it again. Oh, he found a friend to go on the roller coaster with him. How funny. So in the book Zoom, we paid attention to how the characters felt. We noticed how they changed across the story. At first, Dad was super excited, encouraging his son. And then in the middle of the roller coaster ride, he started holding on tight. His feelings changed. He got nervous. And then with the boy, at first he was nervous. And then he loved the roller coaster ride. And you guys made some great connections along the way. Thanks so much for enjoying that story Zoom with me today. I know you're also going to enjoy math with Mrs. Williams. I'll see you next time.
Thanks, Mrs. Forth. Hey guys, it's time to get moving on growing our brain with some math. Let's go ahead and do our counting. And today, in honor of our subtraction lesson, we're going to count by tens because today we're going to be using some 10 frames. Let's find out how we're counting today. Ooh, we are counting by 10 all the way to 100, doing the wave. So get your best stadium arms ready. Here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Great job, guys. Well, like I told you, today, by the end of our time together, you're going to be able to say, I can subtract within 10, and we're going to use 10 frames today. So remember the last time we worked together and used 10 frames, they look a little like this. Remember, they're in rows of 5, and our 10 frame is filled in either part of the way or all the way, or sometimes nothing is filled in because we're working with 0, but it shows us our number in a picture form. We kind of use 10 frames instead of our counting magnets. They kind of even look like our counter dots, right? But in real life, you don't always have a pocket full of counter magnets to help you out. What you might have is a pencil and a piece of paper. And if you don't have your pencil and paper or your whiteboard and marker, get it right now. Because we're going to be using some 10 frames to help us solve our problems today. I'm going to scoot this guy up a little bit so that we have some space. We're going to be taking away. We said we were going to subtract. We know that when we subtract, we start with our whole number and we take away one part to find the missing part. And we have some special symbols that help us out. When we're subtracting, this is our word subtract, we're taking away. So if we're starting with our whole number, let's check the number. What is it this time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's just say we had 8 Legos. So we've got 8 Legos and we're going to take away 2 of them. So our part that we're taking away is 2. So our problem would look like this, 8 minus 2. Remember our minus sign, we like to call it our minus mustache. This is our minus sign, and it's just a little symbol that we put into our problem instead of writing this big word, minus, that tells everyone that we're taking away, that we're subtracting something. We're taking a part away and our number is going to get smaller. The next sign we need, do you remember what it is? What's that symbol? Looks like this. Yeah, it's our equal sign. So equal just lets everybody know that this is the end number. This is the what is left after we take away when we're subtracting. So let's just say we've got that 8 and we're taking away 2. We've got our equal sign in there, and now we have to find that missing part. Well, how are we going to do that with our 10 frames? We're going to cross off. So we said we were taking away 2. Go ahead and get your pencil ready or your marker ready to take away 2. 1, 2. So if I had the whole number of 8 and I took away part, which was 2, how many do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa, don't want to write on my dry erase board with that one, do I? So now we have 6 left. We had our whole number 8. We took away 2, and that left us with 6. Let's go ahead and read the subtraction problem we just solved. Guys, you're already subtracting. Remember that I can? 8 minus 2 equals 6. Good job. All right, everybody say, whew, that wasn't so hard. Yeah, no big deal. Let's try another. This time, we're going to do 6 minus 3. So go ahead and get your 10 frame set up. Did you write your problem? Does it look like this? 6 minus 3 equals? You remembered your minus mustache and your equal sign? Good job, guys. All right, are we ready to take away? Remember, when we subtract, we're taking away. So we're not putting 6 together with 3. We're not combining them. We're taking that 3 away to find the missing part. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Should I just keep crossing off? Everybody say, no, wait, stop, Mrs. Williams. We're only taking away 3. All right. So now let's check. We had a whole number of 6, but we took away 3. What is left? 1, 2, 3. Did you say 6 minus 3 equals 3? Good for you. So proud of you guys. Thumbs up and a wiggle if you feel like you're getting this and you are growing your brain. Proud of you for trying something tricky and new. All right, are you ready for more? This one is 10 minus 3. I'm going to give you a second to set up your problem. Okay, so you should have a 10 frame that looks like this. We have 10. Remember, 10 has to come first on this one because if I only have 3, can I give away 10? No. When we subtract, we always have to check in with the greater gator and see which number is he going to chomp. Is 10 Skittles more or is 3 Skittles more? Chomp, chomp, chomp. 10 Skittles is way more than 3, so 10 gets to go first when we subtract. All right. Did you have enough time to solve it? Let's cross off our 3 because we know subtraction means we're taking away. So we're going to take away part, which is 3, to find the missing part. Let's go ahead and scoot our missing part over and put it into our subtraction problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the missing part was 7. Read our number sentence with me. 10 minus 3 equals 7. Awesome work. Okay, go ahead and set up our last problem. It is 9 minus 4. Which number would greater gator chomp? Is it going to be 9? Is it going to be 4? Which one's bigger? All right, do you have your problem set up? So if our whole number is 9, we need our minus mustache. Everybody point it, minus mustache. If we're taking away 4, and that equals, let's check and see. We know that our whole number was 9. We're taking away part, which is 4, to find our missing part. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. What was our missing part? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job. Let's read our number sentence now that we've solved it. 9 minus 4 equals 5. Great work, guys. Okay, we said that we would be able to subtract within 10 using 10 frames. Give me a thumbs up and a wiggle if you feel like you are able to do that. You can do a thumbs in the middle. I'm still working on it, or a Mrs. Williams, I'm not really sure. And that's okay, because because we'll keep working on it. That is all of our time today, but I want you to remember our Room 9 rules. Rule number 1 is be safe. Make sure that you stay inside of your space bubble. Keep your hands, your feet, and your things inside of your bubble. Make sure that you wash your hands really well. 2 happy birthdays, 20 seconds. Make sure that you're being responsible. So you're doing your chores at home and your schoolwork without arguing. Be respectful by using nice words in a nice voice and following your adults' directions right away. Rule number 4, make yourself proud. Try your best to follow our Room 9 rules and do those things that make you feel warm and happy inside each day. If you get ready to do something and you feel like you have to get sneaky about it and you don't want anybody to know, that's your body and brain's way of saying, stop, don't do it, make a better choice. So I hope that you make fabulous choices today and you keep on growing that brain. Mrs. Forth and I will see you soon. Bye.
Teaching in Room 9 is made possible with support of Bank of America, Dana Brown Charitable Trust, Emerson, and viewers like you.